Welcome to a winter storm update. Hopefully this is working. Everything is so weird and glitchy right now. I had a problem with doing the banner at the bottom, so it's still going to say 6+ inches, and that's still likely. But I've up totals. I will show you what I mean here in a second. If you follow my Facebook page, you'll know what I mean. If you don't follow my Facebook page, you won't know what I mean. This will also be posted on YouTube a little bit later once it uploads, and if this is working correctly. All right, so here as the models, I'm going to explain the snowfall for my final snowfall forecast I put out with going through these models. Now, we have had excellent model agreement like these last few days. Even today, there's some model agreement, but there's also some model issues. And that is, we have a model track, and any small little movement to the east or west changes the rain and snow line, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and look at the newest GFS first, because I think that this is, and I forgot to pull up the pen, that's fine. Let's see if I can get that up. I should have had this loaded, but I was having issues, so that's fun. Hopefully you can hear me all right. I do have a fan running in the background, so there's background noises, you know what that is. What? What was that? I don't know. Oh, whatever. That's weird. But we're going to go ahead and look at the GFS. Like I said, the new run is still coming out, but it did run for the storm. So going to take that into, why is nothing loading? What is going on here? Oh, now it's not responding. Come on. Respond. It's not that hard to do. Get rid of that. I'll go over here. Winter. What is that? Clicking on random stuff now. Don't make sense. Okay. So we have that clipper system, and it's going to move out. Yay. Maybe some little bit more snow later, but pretty much it's actually snowing right now, weirdly enough. Okay, so we're going to have our system start to arrive tomorrow. I am expected any of those watches will probably be upgraded to at least advisories or warnings, winter storm warnings. And I do have a little bit of I'll explain this later, but I think that there could be a couple blizzard warnings, if not a whole side of the state have blizzard warnings. But again, that's not my decision, so could not happen. Those are really rare, and they don't usually happen. But if it does happen, that'll be our second year in a row that we've had. Not this would be our our second year in a row that we have blizzard warnings issued for our state. All right. This storm is very similar to the last storm that we had during, I think it was the Christmas blizzard. So this storm is similar to that, not the same track, but very similar to the type of effects we're going to feel with this. So this, the leading edge of the snow here, we've got our big snow area here, and then we've got our rain of snow line, and I want you to keep an eye on the rain of snow line, because this is what I'm talking about tracking. Why some of the east side is not under a winter storm watch, and you'll see why here in a second. Hopefully I'm still recording. If not, I gotta do this video all over again, and it's not gonna be fun. All right, so snow will start moving in load. Okay, there's your time there. Snow will start moving into the state Friday morning, Friday afternoon. It's really not going to be too heavy right away. At least I'm not expecting to be heavy right away. But as soon as the snow moves in, we could start seeing some lower end impacts. And then once we get into the Friday afternoon time frame, the snow is really going to pick up. Now, this model does not do an amazing job with showing how heavy the snow is, because again, this is a raw model. Also, long range. Long range is really not good for actually seeing the full picture. It shows you the storm basically. That's about all it really does. But you're gonna see that as snow does pick up, and as we get into Friday night, the snow really does pick up. Again, I said to watch that rain to snow line because right now with this new run that came out, it is shifted back to the east, and that is a good thing. Not too far east, but a little gap to the east there. So when the low comes through the state, it's not going to really bring up that warm nose as much. But I want you to keep an eye on that rain and snow line, like I said. As you can see, as the low gets closer, that rain and snow line is at our border. Um, and with it being there, with that being there, here is the rain and snow line right here. You're gonna see that this side here. I want you to watch the east side here. You're gonna see that lift up into the east side of the state, at least where those winter storm watches were not issued. Um, Almost the whole state has winter storm watches, except for a few counties on the east side here. Oh yeah, I've got to um, undo that. Go back here. So I just I put that in motion, maybe. Hello. Okay, so yeah, watch as I put that in motion. You see, there's that rain there, rain mixed in here. Um, and I will kind of show you the reasoning behind that, and I will show you the temperature run, the reason behind that. But that is why exactly right there. Why do you not have winter storm watches issued right there? Is because the rain will mix in on the east side of the state there. Snow pretty coming down pretty good up north. I'm thinking after the low passes to the east, the snowfall rates will be lighter. It'll still be coming down pretty good, moderately, and the snowfall flakes will actually get smaller as the snowflakes actually dry out a little bit. And this is the powdery stuff that I'm really worried about for blizzard conditions because the more powdery the snow is, the easier it is for this blow and drift. Plus, we got that heavy wet snow. If we had heavy wet snow this whole entire event, I wouldn't be as concerned for ground blizzards or blizzards in general. But because it's going to have a switch over, you could very well um, see that. And you could see these isobars here tightly together here. Where I have that circled and up here, um, blizzard conditions happening. And as this moves east, these winds will get more gustier on the backside of the low. When the low comes through the states, let's see, it's going over near Kalamazoo, Jackson, Battle Creek. It's pretty much over that. The winds will die down for a very short, maybe an hour or two. But as soon as this low moves east here, as soon as it moves there, you see those really gusty winds on the backside, and that's where our blizzard issues could come into play there. Again, not saying that this is going to be a full-on blizzard, but it has a lot of similarities to what we just witnessed last year. Um, so continue. It's going to continue to move east and continue to strengthen. And I mean, this storm is going to be a pretty strong storm. 973 by that time. 972. But then the storm quickly moves out Saturday afternoon. Then you thought we were done with the snow, but we're really not. Then we have the lake effect portion of the snow. Now, models do not really have a good, not really good at picking up the lake effect snow, but the fact that I see what I do right now, after this, we could be going straight to heavy lake effect snow. So places that are favored in the west winds here, you can kind of see where the winds are going. That's where the bands are going to be the heaviest. If you're up north a little ways, you can see the lake effect, but it's not going to go as far inland as if you were on the west side of the state here. Up north is going to be experiencing the very bad lake effect part of this, and this could add on even more. So let's say the storm gives us double digits like I have forecasted, and then it adds on maybe another 5 inches after that. You're looking at 17, 18 inches altogether, maybe even more than that. Some models hint at 20 to 30 inches. I'm not throwing that out there because I don't have that forecast yet. I will have the lake effect portion map. My first forecast map will probably be out either towards the middle of the storm or right when the lake effect starts, because then I'll have short range data I can actually look at and then put a snowfall forecast for the lake effect. Um, but that pretty much summons the my thinking and reasoning there. And then you see the lake effect will continue, and I mean these winds are going to be gusty. It's going to blow that lake effect far inland there, and they're going to stay gusty for a while, and you're going to see that lake effect stays. It does, and then there's a point where the winds will switch, but I'm still seeing lake effect, and this is Tuesday, middle of Tuesday. And then this system, there's another winter storm that's going to dive down. It's not going to hit, and it's not really going to hit us. We could get a light snow blast from it, but it's going to pick up more lake effect. That's another concern I have, is that there's going to be more lake effect behind this storm, next one. Um, and man, Wednesday, still seeing lake effect. Still seeing lake effect Thursday. Now it's not as far inland, but again, this doesn't pick up little bands that well. So there could be intense snow all the way into the middle of Thursday, and still going into Friday. Now, um, I highly doubt that we're gonna have a full week of lake effect, but it is very possible that we could, and that will add on additional totals. Some of the state could get buried if this verifies in other models. Um, Speaking of other models, we're gonna go to the Euro. The Euro, no, don't mind that. The Euro doesn't give me a. I could go to pivotal weather if I really wanted to. Okay, as you can see, this is the system pulling up now. This does not show the snow. It basically shows it as all rain, but it's not. This is just the precipitation rates here. You're gonna see the storm lifts in similarly to the GFS. Then you see that heavy snow band there. That is what I think is going to drop most of the storm total, is that band that comes up initially from the south. Then that low will get in with 972 straight in southwest Michigan, but you can see that the low is more west on this one. So the rain and snow line could actually be more like, oh come on, do it right, more like that. So my thing is why I put a wide range of snow on my snowfall map, which I'll show you here in a minute, is I'm very uncertain on exactly how this rain snow line happens, and that is what kind of made me a little bit frustrated being this close to the storm, and now it's showing a rain and snow line, which all storms have, but it didn't show it hitting our state. And then you'll see the same thing, lake effect behind it. Could see some pretty significant bands, and this will add on. Um, and this is Monday. So if we look at what this model is saying for Monday, you can see where the heaviest snow is going to be throughout this event. Um, for Michigan throughout this event. Now, areas up north, this one is forecasting over 20 inches, and this is um, the weather's the oh god, the drier snow scenarios. I usually it usually overdoes it. I don't think we're gonna get close to 30 inches. I mean, it's possible, but none of the other models really show that. So I'm not gonna go with that high of a total, but I'll show you my map in a second, and it does not include lake effect. This I actually, like I said, This is what it looks like Monday. I just wanted to circle where the heaviest snow, most impacts are going to be seen through this. All right. Um, Again, I don't really want to look at. I don't want to give you guys all the raw model data totals here because people will see it and they'll start freaking out. Okay, so we're gonna go to the latest HRRR here, and these are the short range models, and does a pretty good job of explaining the storm. But this is what really irks me. It's showing it struggling to get cold, but I know that this storm has a lot of cold air behind it, so I know it's going to be wrapping that in. And this also has weaker storm, but it's way more east, as you can see. So this rain and snow line lifts north. So if this actually was to happen, this could cut totals for the southern half and up north, and that could be an own issue itself. But I don't want to use this exact run until we get two more runs later because I want to see um this goes that far out for 15Z here, so I have to wait for the next big run. I want to give this the rest of today and then tomorrow. If for some reason when I look through data later on and the totals continue to decline and the short-term members still show this rain line reaching into the state, I may have to update that map and lower the totals, which I don't want to do, but it is very possible that I will have to do that. So that's why I put a big range, just so that there's at least some accuracy in my thinking, and I think it's a really good job that I did that. Now, if this was a more precise storm per se, which winter storms are always really hard to forecast anyways, but if this one was 100% accurate, I knew and people were really, really confident in the snowfall, and I was really confident in the snowfall, I would go more detailed in area wide or region wide, and with the snowfall totals. But okay, we can actually go look at the map instead of me bragging about it the whole time. Okay. I know I put it in here. I haven't refreshed this page. Okay, so here, this is the winter storm watch. It's in effect for all these counties here in blue. From 10 a.m. Friday, that's when it goes into effect, until 11 p.m. Saturday. This will most likely be upgraded to some kind of warning or advisory in this afternoon's update. I'm expecting that here soon, within the next few hours here. And they're calling it a high impact storm, um, which it is. Even if you don't get double digit snowfall from this thing, 6, 7, 5 inches, even 4 inches, even as enough as an inch, as long as it can blow from the wind, you have issues there. know a lot of people are really excited for the snow, and this thing will give us a lot of it. Even with that rain and snow line, if that does come in, still gonna get a lot of snow. I'm not confident in what I showed on the HRRR. This was my last that I have issued for this storm. So as you can see, very wide, and I put pluses on each side because if the higher end goes even higher, I have it covered there. So on the west side and up to the north of the lower peninsula here, I don't do the UP just because I mean maybe in the later times, but the storm's really buried down on us really fast. So I'm just doing a smaller area, and this is pretty big as itself. So as you can see on the east side of the state, because that rain and snow line could mix in, and I don't know how far that's going to affect. And I've kind of moved a little bit west. I have 7 to 10 plus inches because a lot of models do show around that range of snowfall if I look at multiple models. And I put 10 plus, um, and I'll kind of divide this here. This is where my most confidence in that rain and snow line is going to be. Everything up to north of that will see more snow where the winter storm watches are. But that's why there's no winter storm watch there. That could be 6 to 7 down there, or 6 to 5 down there, But I didn't put that. I'm just putting a longer range snowfall total here. On the west side and the northern side, which I have in here in dark red, I have 8 to 15 plus inches. 15 plus is the high end. 8 plus is going to be the low end, and there could be even lower end if for some reason the snow line is in the low is even more east. So like I said, there's a lot that goes into tracking a storm and trying to figure out where the track's going to be, and this storm has been really tricky. It's not even really truly formed yet. It's on land and it is a storm, but it's not really a cyclone yet, really. And I'll show you some satellite footage here after. Yeah, so that's my latest updated map. If you are Armored Weather on Facebook, it is a private group right now, but if you see this video and you want to join, you can send me a message at Austin Cook and I will look at it, and then I'll accept you into my group here, where you can get these custom snowfall maps here that are my predictions only, not the news, is not the National Weather Service, my data. And after this event, we'll do a summary video, kind of explaining what exactly happened, and see how accurate my predictions were. And again, not all the predictions that we do are going to be right. They're predictions for a reason. They're possible scenarios, the most likely scenarios that we come up with here. But storms have a funny thing of surprising us with different things, and I think this storm's going to be full of surprises. Okay. Okay, we can look at satellite now. And then also why I'm putting that up. No. Okay, so we play this in motion here. We have the Clipper system here that is moving out of the state now. Produce some light snow, 1 to 2 inch, maybe 3 inches in some areas. Some slippery conditions. Now here, this energy here, um, that's going to be our big storm. Right now, it doesn't look like much of anything, and that's because right now it's actually starting to get its act together. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it kind of do this, and then go north here. Kind of do that, and as it does that, it's going to spread heavy snow along Illinois, Indiana, Iowa. Most of Iowa is already under a winter storm warning, and I'll show you that here in a second. Or the warnings, the current warnings are right now. Let's see if there's any updates to our watch. But those are our systems there. Okay, so there's the satellite. Now, as we look at satellite, I'm going to go over. So tomorrow, Saturday are both weather alert days. I already said that in the last video. I have declared those weather alert days, and that stays true. It's not changing. Um, I've added later Saturday into Sunday as a weather alert day. Um, just because I think that the lake effect is going to be going pretty strong still. That could change, but as of right now, I've declared Sunday a weather alert day, and I have to do a post. I mean, I can post that right now. I've got my other computer here. Um, and as my confidence increases more, we'll go more over lake effect. But we're trying to get through this. Trying to get through this one storm first before we go on to the second portion, I guess you could say. Either way, we're gonna end up with a lot of snow by the end of this weekend. All right. So here's satellite. Like I said, we've got our big storm here off to the west, and then you've got our Clipper system moving through. You can see it swirling as it gets out of the way here. Um, now I said we're going to look at the current National Weather Service alerts here. You can just go to the national, pretty much all your details about the storm. All right, so we'll zoom in here. A lot going on. This is a big system. It's going to impact a lot of people. Has the potential to be dangerous and deadly for sure. As you can see here, I'm going to change the color to blue. As you can see here, we have winter weather advisories already and winter storm warnings already, and they're heading very quickly to being issued on our side. And I know that will go under at some point, some warning at some point. You've got high wind watches down here, which explains the wind part of the storm. They actually added the UP in a winter storm watch yesterday. I mean, this morning. And then they've added the rest of Michigan in a winter storm watch here for 8 plus, 6 plus inches. And these will probably be upgraded to warnings later on. And I'm saying warnings as I don't know exactly if it's going to be winter storm, blizzard. I don't know. There's some blizzard warnings out west. System has a lot of wind, so I think that some areas could, very small areas maybe could be upgraded. Maybe they'll go winter storm warning, then they get more confidence to go blizzard warning. I'm not sure on that one. I guess while we're in here, we could get a closer look into our area here. As you can see, widespread winter storm watches have been issued. Very crazy, right? We'll just click on Kalamazoo, somewhere in Kalamazoo here. I just want to look, see if they have updated the watch information. Yes, they have. So they're still saying an excess of 8 inches possible. Travel could be very difficult to impossible. Widespread blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility. The hazardous conditions could impact the Friday evening commute. Gusty winds could bring down tree branches and cause power outages. And then the lake effect and cold it's talked about down there at the end. Kalamazoo is under a winter storm watch, as you can see. They kind of have rain and snow there, um, which is weird. Six- We'll see if they said anything. Okay, they do have an update. Okay, so yeah, they're just saying that the rain and stuff from this leak clipper is going away, and then they'll make their final discussions in the afternoon update. Like I said, they're going to be looking closely at the models that are coming out now. Um, so I hope you liked this video. I hope it gave you kind of an explanation. Tomorrow, if per se things look worse or if things, I'll have an update tomorrow. Either I'll type it or I'll have another update video tomorrow. This video was actually supposed to be I was supposed to do yesterday, but is looking at the way that the model data was going yesterday, and the uncertainty that happened, I was like, I need time to go over the night models and then go over this morning models and then go over the 12Z models, and I'm still going over the 12Z models as I'm making this video. So give me time to exactly up the forecast, and I make these videos and I try to do the best I can to explain. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go. As I've probably already made this video too long. I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe, and I'll probably be doing, if it's during the daylight hours and I can get some nice. I don't really have the winter equipment I used to have, so that one blizzard that I recorded with a GoPro, I don't have that no more, so I'm not really gonna be able to do that this year. But I will do some live streams maybe with my phone for maybe 20 minutes outside, or 10, 15, 5 minutes, a small coverage videos, kind of explaining the coverage of the storm and stuff like that. And if not, we'll just do, sit down videos here on my computer here, and we'll watch the storm as it goes by. Even I might, just post radar up and, have a stream with just the radar up. I think that's what I'll most likely do for the winter storm coverage. So expect winter storm coverage. I'm gonna have a spot for that on YouTube. I will make that later on today once I finalize everything for the forecast, and we'll have the radar up through the day, watching on Friday as the storm moves in. All right, goodbyes, guys. Thanks for watching.